Hi, Reshaper. Hope you're fantastic today. Hope you're doing great. It has been a while, but in today's very stream, I want to share with you basically the addiction of others' evaluation, of others' appraisal. Do you feel like every of your work needs any appraisal from anyone? Yes or no? Let me tell you a story. Back in the days, in just of myself, when I was in the middle school, we had a class called acrobatic, and one day we practiced the backflips, and every single time I was landing there, I was watching my teacher's face to having the appraisal, and I did it really subconsciously. Same goes for when I practiced with my friends back then, like skateboarding, like kickflip. And every single time I just say, man, make kickflip and watch the face, how it looks like. I mean, it might be something like it's not something to brag, but I mean, it may be something to bragging off. But if you watch it like from more animalish perspective, from an animal, it is like, do you know, like a dog? When you have a stick, you throw a stick and it brings back, and then it's waiting for some food. Exactly, this is the same thing happened with myself. When you are doing something good and watching someone appraisal, that someone say good and something like that, this is exactly what happened. It is the animalization of human beings with having this kind of addiction. And without even realizing, before I noticed it, I already have it, right? And I was really dependent on it. I depended on it, on more people's opinions than on my own opinion. In fact, I always faked my own opinion with other opinions and didn't have my own one. Even I had it somewhere back in my head, but I didn't told it. And this is why, like at school, I was pretty bad at writing tests, but I was pretty good in just doing the replicating the same words what my teacher says before. Like we had, like in the middle school, we had one teacher in history, and he was just sitting there and telling the whole class stories and stuff like that about the historic stories and stuff like that. And I didn't wrote anything. What I did is just in tests, or I just told what he told. And in fact, I had such high, I don't want to brag, but the thing is, let me brag a little bit. I don't want to brag, but the thing is, let me brag a little bit, but I had really the highest remark in the class, because I could replicate exactly his words. I just remembered his words. And because I had this kind of feeling of, hey, I have to have this kind of appraisal, right, from someone else, have to someone this evaluation. And this actually is insecurity that I had in myself. I wasn't secure in myself, my own words. I wasn't secure in my own opinion. I'd rather take someone's opinion rather in order to do something. This is why I got really easy to influence, really easy to get influence, really easy to make myself pay for something, really easy for me to really easy that people are convincing myself, because I was open to anything in first place, but in second places I had also this because it was this kind of addiction was built up from young age on. I didn't have actually my own opinion. Even instead, hey, tell your own opinion, I say, what's my opinion? Like, even I had my own opinion with some back in my head, I always resisted the opinion to give someone else. And once I lose the grip in having someone's opinion, having someone's appraisal, what will happen is, hey, my social anxiety comes to the front, my other things comes to the front. Basically because I did like a dog with a stick, right? And this is exactly what did happen pretty rapidly to myself. Just currently, it also occurs not just about myself, but I just want to say also on social media right now, like YouTube and other platforms. It occurs every single day. And speaking of and this kind of addiction, it occurs really rapidly because people are not doing the videos, don't doing the content because they want to do it, because they want to pleasure themselves with the content, they want to please themselves, but they want to please what? The algorithm. They want to please other people who are watching, the viewers and the algorithm. But in the first place, why this channel is there or why channels are there, it's not because of the algorithm, it's not because, but someone's want to do it. Like my channel is here because I want to do it, right? And I myself experienced also this kind of thing back in the days when I started off my channel, right, on YouTube, like Pogodora channel. It used to be a channel of basically I started off a channel with Pokemon Go, right? In Pokemon Go it was in a boom and people are watching it every single time, and it was pretty good. I had really good experience, and then I started off with something like Pokemon Go, but you know, person development and stuff like that. People say, hey, what are you doing like that? And so many people just went away from my channel. I had like several hundred people in just 1-2 days, but they all run away just because of I did person development stuff. And then I had my best views on this channel are still when I played Skate 3 basically, and I did some tutorials on some really hard challenges. They're still, and this actually is still the biggest numbers I have on my channel from this kind of videos, but you know, but I'm more enjoying doing personal development. But I feel like, because the gaming is okay, but the thing is, I feel like I'm not just there born to playing games. I'm not just there to explain how to become, you know, a better gamer or, you know, Pokemon Go, etc., etc. But I feel like I'm more born like to help people to doing stuff to really. I'm born for more. I'm born for more global stuff, for more bigger things than this, right? And this is also what I'm doing, like the live streams and so on, because I want to inspire people also to do things, not just to, even right, because of Corona, people are complaining, blaming, justifying, and searching for any excuses. Well, you can do so, but the thing is, it doesn't bring you anything because you become just a victim. And if you don't want to be a victim, just do something. And the easiest way is just do this live streams that I'm doing right now. Yeah, so I don't have to go out, I don't have to do anything, I just can do my live streams, I can just do my TikToks and just edit them a little bit quickly and just put it on a platform. But the thing is, what happened, well, back in the days, like YouTube, if you just see what's YouTube, it's you and tube. Tube means like video, like YouTube yourself, like you watch yourself, you make yourself. It's like your own one-man show, right? What YouTube is all about. Like back in the days, this actually is the original idea. And because of the original idea, some channels grow really fast, some not, because, you know, some people like this, some people don't like this, and stuff like that. For example, people don't like spiders, so don't watch spiders channel. Like myself, I hate spiders, so I don't watch spiders channel. But maybe I like cats, or I watch cat channel, for example, right? Or dogs channel. And this is exactly what happened. And I mean, YouTube was back in the days like a cat platform, I believe, like they're more for cat videos, and then I swapped to everything else. But the thing is, in YouTube is it was like you can express yourself the way you want. This was the original idea. The way you want to express yourself with video the way you want. It doesn't matter how. You can express yourself and do the videos how, no matter what kind of videos you want to do, you can do them. This was the original idea of YouTube. But this kind of thing was broken by what? When YouTube became a platform of money, when it becomes a platform of marketing, when YouTube becomes marketing, this kind of idea, this idle idea, was broken. And then people becomes more hunters for the numbers and stuff like that, you know. And then, because originally in YouTube there was nothing like, you can do nothing wrong, you can do nothing right. There's nothing, no right or wrong. You can just do it your way. Okay, but as the platform grows and as more it becomes a marketing stuff, more of money making, what happened is that YouTube has become a thing, or other platforms like TikTok is also becoming soon, not of making your art, making the things you are creating like yourself, but it become like you do, and it becomes more as I want to have more subscribers, I want to have more things in that, I want to optimize more thumbnails, I want to optimize my own titles and stuff like that. It becomes more the algorithm game. And the more it became, what happened is more and more teachers on YouTube are actually, and I don't want to blame him, I also took their courses like Sunny Lenarduzzi and stuff like that, but what they mostly teach is to copy things, to copy stuff. And also you can see like Hikakin, the biggest YouTuber back then in Japan. I mean, he's not the second, I believe, but still, maybe with the second channel, he's the biggest one, yeah. So the biggest one in Japan, he has like 10 million subscribers. And he has also written in his book, just copy everything from the best one. And okay, you can get the results, of course, as a shortcut. You can copy for someone and you can learn on it, based on it. It is a good thing, but there's a big but. The but is that you don't get creative. You become obsessed from this thing. When you start off copying other people, you cannot not copy. You are not creative anymore. What you're doing is you put 90% of someone's content, add a little bit 10% of yours. Yeah, I have a new content. Awesome. You just do a replica of someone else and just going the wave after wave. You're just chasing the wave. And if you see many creators are doing the same, they're just chasing waves. They're not doing their own thing. Of course, you can see some people, some big people who have been already big before even YouTube. They are not chasing any waves, right? But many of them are chasing waves. I mean also not the OGs, the PewDiePie, but right now when people come in, when you are trying to go in and go fall in, what you're doing is mostly they are copying others and then become popular and then they try to create. But 90% of their creations is not their creations. This is just a copy of someone else's channel idea. What happens is it becomes a platform of copying each other. And even we have the copyright stuff, and before we have all the copyright issues and stuff like that. But the thing is, it is still not really original. In fact, YouTube's algorithm doesn't give you any benefits if you put something original inside of it. It is promoting people who are copying each other. So the originality, it's not there. Or this is just a small percent. Someone made some original idea and then 10,000 people are copying it. This is how YouTube works. This is also how TikTok works. Someone makes a trend and then we have trend people who go on the wave on the trend and just following it. And this is what the algorithm was. It doesn't want to have the trend there. It isn't there to make a trend. It is just benefiting people for most time who are following the waves. They're just going on the waves. Like you can see someone, there is a YouTuber, Dekakin, who has copied like for 6 years Hikakin, the biggest YouTuber. And now he is doing maybe some original content, which is actually also just copying other content. A little bit different content from Hikakin's channel, but he's still doing this still content. And if you see like between these channels, between everything, people are copying each other. And the original idea of being creative, of doing something original, is not there. So what lacks in these platforms is originality. And why does it lack? Because people are taught by the big teachers that they should go and copy everyone else who has a number one in the niche, so they have to do the same way, and then they have to make a little bit of tweak. And how to do a tweak? Put something from another channel and then they have a tweak. But the thing is, they don't use their brain in order to do something else. They are using their brain maybe 5% in order to put things together, which have never been done, okay? Maybe never been done, but mostly they have been already done. So this is the biggest problem, what I think on those platforms. And people who are already in this kind of trap of following others and just following the trends, following the waves, this kind of copycat culture is because they are not pleasing themselves. They're pleasing the algorithm, and they're pleasing what? They're pleasing their viewers. These sort of things, not themselves. What will happen? They have the social anxiety, they have everything. And in the moment they don't have content, they get out of content, they burn out, they have no content anymore. Because they are what? They used to copy, and they're just copying over and over again. They just put pieces together in order to copy from one channel, another channel, another channel, another channel, and then they have not original content. And I'm telling this because I did it too. I'm also had some editing style from Hikakin and stuff like that, some editing style from other people, and just put it together, or even what I'm talking about, something I have from my own coach or from other coaches and from other people, and just put it together, and then I have it, right? Nothing original. And this is exactly what's bad. And why does nothing original happen? Because everyone is concerned about the numbers. Because numbers equals money. So people are not free. Even we see like, yeah, we are free. No, people are following the money, not the freedom. People on platforms or social platforms who are following the numbers and just working for the numbers are not free. They're already on the system, they are robots. This is robotization of things. Because robots and machines are made for copy everything. But humans are the only species right now on this planet Earth that I know, maybe there are some other species, that can do things that have been never done before. And this is our origin of our human beings, to do things, to create things that never have been done before. And the most creators are not creators, are just copycats. You can see it, many people copy from each other. How you become so successful in 5 months? In 5 months you have 5 million subscribers. Well, how you do it? I just went to the course of one person, another person, and just put it together, and now I have the 5 million subscribers. Why copycat? It is not original. Okay? And this is my thoughts. Also back then in the days when I was, and the thing is, with the whole thumbnails and stuff like that, with algorithms, stuff like that, with you have to put the right titles, the right things, so the algorithm is seen. You are serving no one but the algorithm and also people who are watching it. And we say, okay, I want to watch it, but you don't serve yourself in the first place. And this is why people get burned out. Because they don't serving themselves, doing the content. And doing those kind of thumbnails, stuff like that, they are kind of triggering people to come into the channel. I understand it's marketing, stuff like that, yeah. But it's marketing a free thing. Does marketing set people free? So yeah, I'm financial free. I don't see this freedom. I want to see your mental freedom. It's not freedom. Marketing is not freedom. Marketing is bringing people somewhere. Showing, hey, you have to go here. And sometimes you have the sneezy salesmen who are coming there and say, hey, do you want to buy this now? And they end up, going with stories, and people are ending buying shit they don't want to have. How many of you has experience? You have go to the shop, and one of this shop assistant have tell you stories, so you end up buying stuff you don't even need. How many have been in this trap? Do you feel yourself free afterwards when you put it somewhere there? And I mean, maybe you can retour like in Europe, maybe in US, but places like Japan, you cannot retour stuff. So imagine you are buying stuff which you cannot retour. So you end up somewhere in the corner and you have to sell it somewhere. On Tracklist or something like that, right? And this is exactly what my thoughts are. And even, when I was in the thrift shop, when I was working in the thrift shop back in Japan, everyone said like, hey, we have to hit this number today. And everyone said, yeah. And I said, hey, what the hell? You cannot influence someone's buying decision, but not manipulating him or her. This person, you cannot manipulate this person. I did it wrong. Without manipulation, you cannot make these numbers going up. You have to manipulate yourself. And manipulation is stealing someone's freedom. So freedom to buy, or a freedom to watch a video, freedom to read an article. I feel there's no freedom there. Like you read an article, you have the freaking call to action, which will lead you to the sell, which you might even don't need. But it resonated, you're in this moment, so you want to buy it. I end up buying tens and hundreds of courses, which I have never attended because of those techniques. And not just myself, maybe other people too. How many people can relate? That you have just buying stuff that you don't need because of marketing? And I don't want to say marketing is bad, right? But it does rob your freedom. I have learned marketing back in the days. When I was in school, I was in economics school. We have learned marketing, how you put things on the shelves and stuff like that, so people will buy this, and this. How you can influence, but this influence is not freedom. People are not free because of it. And when someone tells me, I really. Back in the fridge shop, every say, yeah, we want to hit this number today. And they say, well, yeah, and then we want to. It's a free. For myself, it's like a freaking sack, really. Like people, we have to do these numbers. We have to hit these numbers, and we have to hit these numbers in my forehead. Like, hey, how in the world you can influence someone's buying decision, but not manipulating this human being? It's freaking manipulation. I mean, we are manipulating every time. Okay, well, now people comes and say like, hey, manipulation is everywhere. Every time you try to convince something, you want to tell something a story, you manipulate someone. Of course I'm doing it, and I'm aware of it. But the thing is, we are doing these manipulating techniques in social media, in other platforms, in order to sell. And currently we have also this movement in China. It's like this lay down movement, like Chinese young people say like, okay, you work, when you're working, you're just a tool. You're working for 40 years to being thrown away. And this is true. And now I have the movement to do nothing. To do nothing, no, don't marry, don't work, nothing. Let me say that I am partly okay with this movement, but partly not. Because somewhere you have to engage with a society. Right? I mean, you don't have to work stuff that you don't like, okay? This is a key point. If you love, if you have the passion to do the thing, do it. If you don't have the passion to do it, don't do it. And this is my kind of thing that I'm thinking of. So why I'm telling about the whole thing, why I'm telling about the whole addiction stuff, people are more concerned about numbers right now on social media. They're watching the freaking numbers every single time. Oh, how many likes I have, how many. And the numbers are currently the problem, or what causes stress in humans' life. Especially of people who are creators. This is what causes stress. They're seeing the numbers is dropping, or so many creators are telling us, hey, I'm doing my best for this one thing to do this video, and now I see the numbers drop like hell. But I do nothing, I do a halfway ass video, and this is just goes up in the sky. The algorithm has nothing to do with logic. It is not logic. And because it is not logic, you cannot really influence it. Just let it go. Numbers are nothing to be concerned of. The only thing, the only variable that is concerned to be off is your own fun. Do you have fun? Do you have pleasure to do the thing? Do you really passionate about what you're doing? Yes or not? If not, don't do it. If yes, don't give a fuck about all this algorithm thing. Don't give a fuck about all these numbers. Just do your thing. This is what I'm going to do. Because, you know, I have noticed on my YouTube channel, on my Japanese YouTube channel, I had like 98 subscribers. And in 2 days or 4 days or so, it just went down to 94. And for a small channel, it does hurt. It does hurt. And you say, hey man, what did I wrong? I did the same thing. And the answer is, it has nothing to do with knowledge. It has nothing to do with algorithm. It has nothing to do. You cannot influence someone to be on your channel forever. Because people change. And people's mind is not really rational. It can be here the first day, another day it can be there. It is not the same. And all the people who are saying, hey, I have the big formula so you can hit the 5,000 subscribers. In the first week, yeah, when you copy someone, when you're genuine with yourself, when you're honest with yourself, when you're freaking lying to yourself. Okay? This is why I just don't be concerned about numbers anymore. In other people evaluations, appraisal, I don't care. It's like a cherry on a freaking cake. It is not relevant. If it's there, it's okay. But if it's not there, I don't really care. Okay? This is what I'm thinking right now. And I want to ask your own concerns. What are you thinking about it? Because I've seen people like YouTubers and people on TikTok who are just frustrated with the whole thing. Some people are just freaking hated by algorithm. They just hate it. They can't do the best, but they just hate it. They can't do videos. Some people are doing even 8 videos a day. I know some people in Japanese community that 8 videos a day for 2 or 3 years. They have big group and they have to do many editors and they're doing it. but don't growing. Because the algorithm has nothing to do with logic. There's nothing to do with logic. Nothing. The only thing that counts is your own fun. It's your own happiness, as Gary Vee says. If you're not happy, don't do it. And even some people feel forced to do videos. Feel forced. Not they want to do videos. They have some nice ideas. They want to go cool video, and they just want to influence people. No, they feel forced. But originally, these platforms has been there to create freedom of creativity. But the pyramids and money, with the algorithm there, has made another thing. Has created a total opposite of creativity. Has created an army of copycats. It's someone who's maybe creative once in a while, but 90% are just doing the same thing. The 1% who are creating, yeah, maybe they get the benefits, but most people are getting the benefits not by creating, but by recreating, by doing the same thing again, over and over again. Now, Reshaper, I hope an awesome day as always. Do not let yourself super now. See you on Monday.